So we kind of all expected this to happen. Russell Westbrook ends up signing with the LA Clippers. There was rumors that he might go to Chicago. He might go back to Washington. Nope, he ends up joining PG and Kawhi in LA. So what is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? I actually recorded an LA Clippers rebuild once the trade deadline ended with Bones Highland, with Mason Plumlee, with Eric Gordon. And I was really excited to do that. And as I finished the video, I was like, wait, I probably should have waited a little bit because I just have a feeling, and you know, it made sense that Russell Westbrook was going to end up on the Clippers. So yeah, we waited. We're going to come out with this rebuild here today. So I'm excited to use Bones Highland on this team. He's a player that's definitely better in 2K than he is in real life, at least in my opinion. Probably same with Mason Plumlee and Russell Westbrook as well. But it's crazy how deep this roster really is, because you have about 12 players that deserve minutes. Like, I don't think I'm going to be playing Robert Covington, Nick Batum. There's a chance I don't even play Eric Gordon for the playoffs, but I feel like I have to since they ended up getting him at the deadline. But we are the LA Clippers though. Like, injuries are going to happen. In the one that I ended up recording originally, we were just hammered with injuries, so it's probably going to happen again today. Looks like Marcus Morris is going to retire at the end of the season, which is kind of interesting for somebody that could get around $6 million, and that's only 33 years old. Still a 77 overall. Welcome to the Clippers, Eric Gordon. He pulls his right hamstring. He's out for 2 to 4 weeks, and I'm just hoping we can finish the season as a top 6 seed in the West, but we have now lost 4 out of our last 5 before that win against the Knicks, so you know, we need to keep winning games here as Eric Gordon's fully healthy again. All right, we are like selling right now. We had a 3-game losing streak, but we end up getting a 3-game winning streak. Kawhi Leonard, bruised right hip, out 2 to 4 weeks. I kind of just don't want to play him for the remainder of the regular season so he doesn't get hurt. Another bruised hip injury, this time to Nick Batum. And Luka Doncic ends up winning MVP. Paolo Banchero is your rookie of the year. Russ gets 6th man. All right, there we go. I don't know if I'm going to start Russ for the playoffs. I'm definitely going to overhaul, like, or just completely revamp the rotation come playoff time, or right before we start it. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to start Russ. We got nobody winning any awards, and we finished as the 8th seed. You just love to see that with this roster. Oh my god, I hate doing Clippers rebuilds. It's a tough one. It's definitely one of the tougher rebuilds to do just because of their lack of draft capital. Their young talent, especially before the Bones Highland trade. Now it's a little bit better with Bones Highland, and their stars getting up there in age in Kawhi and Paul George. They end up progressing a lot in 2K. So we're in the playing tournament going up against the Lakers. They had a nice end to the season. So let's take a look at what the rotation is going to look like. I think I'm going to start Bones Highland over Russell Westbrook. I'm going to have Russ come off the bench. Like, I probably should value Robert Covington's defense, but I'm going to bench him and Nick Batum for the playoffs. I think Terrence Mann and Eric Gordon are both going to get 12 minutes. They have their own roles, and it's tough to really like justify minutes to Terrence Mann now that we have Russ and Bones Highland. So Marcus Morris is going to get about 20 minutes to start as the power forward. I want Zubats getting about 30. I want Kawhi. He's still hurt. God damn it. He's going to get 35 along with Paul. No, they need to get 37 each. I think maybe we do 23 to Highland. How many was Russ getting? 22? This is what it looks like. Yeah, I think this is going to be our 10-man rotation. Under Ty Lue, we are going to go to balance, in which we are 3.5 stars. And here we go. LA versus LA in the first game of the play-in tournament. I probably should have messed with the shot tendencies a little bit. All right, well, let's now hope for the best. We had a good start to this game. We are currently up by 7 in the third, and we blow it completely in the third. Just look at that. Currently down by 5. We're going to lose this game because 2K just says we're going to go from scoring 32 to 36 to 11. What? Like, are you kidding me? So now if I were to mess with some of these shot tendencies and these touches, Kawhi's going to be 95-99. Paul George, I think, also 95-99. Russ, I'm going to lower him to about a 70. It's probably going to be his, I don't know. I'm going to try to resign Russ, but it's tough because he's definitely going to ask for a decent amount of money. I'm going to go 50, and then probably around 55 touch to Mason Plumlee. Nolan Powell, I definitely want to have the third highest shot tendencies. Zubats, we get up that to a 55. Highland, probably just lower just a tad. Terrence Mann, probably increase him. And Marcus Morris, we could definitely lower him. I'm really hoping some of this stuff pays off for the next game of the play-in tournament, which is going to be against the Golden State Warriors. So we're taking on another California team. Lakers in the first round of the play-in tournament. Now the Warriors. Back and forth game here. Just no defense being played in the first quarter. Definitely more defense here in the second. We have a great third quarter after having an abysmal third quarter of the game prior. We don't choke it in the fourth. Let's go. We end up dropping 38 points. We win by 21. Paul George goes off. So does Norman Powell. Zubats has a great game as well. Russ, Yes, shoot more than 50% from the field, have 14 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists as well. So we're taking on the Denver Nuggets, the 1-seeded Nuggets here in the playoffs. I don't think they have any injuries really to their team. Philly ended up as the 8 seed in the East. That's kind of weird. So game 1, can we maybe be a team that can beat them? All right. We beat them by 14. Let's go. Paul George with 31. Kawhi with 14, 9, and 5. Now that he's fully healthy, Kawhi, I'm going to need some games above 20 points. And we do lose game 2 by a decent amount, by 21 points. We are getting playoff P here. We're getting pandemic Kawhi. Like, what is he doing? This isn't Kawhi Leonard. Like, even if, like, you don't want to do that, this isn't a 93 overall 2K. Why does Kawhi always suck for me? Game 3, we end up winning by 12. Let's go. Kawhi with 19 points. I don't know. Like, I'm like, do I just make him not take any more threes? Maybe he just can't do that. He just can't score inside. Game 4, we end up losing it. Damn, we get blown out in this one as well. Kawhi with 21, Paul George with 30. Game 5 ends in a please be Clippers win. Let's go. We're up 3-2. We beat them by 16. Paul George with 43. Yeah, he's our best player, or at least our best offensive player. Definitely better than Kawhi. And we're going to a game 7. We lost by 8. There's Kawhi with 34. He had 4 steals as well, but we end up losing. Mason Plumlee, right knee tendonitis. He's out for the season. Ugh, that's pretty brutal. So I don't think I'm going to play any more minutes to any other big. I'm going to go like about 15 to Man, about 15 to Gordon, 24 to Russ. I want to do 33 to Zubats, and we can do probably about 26 to Highland, 39 to George, 38 to Kawhi. Game 7 against the 1-seeded Nuggets. Can we pull off the upset? Not the best start, but hey, you know what? We were tied at the end of the first. It could have been a lot worse. We could have been down. We're currently down by 3. Down by 9 after a bad end to that third quarter. Down by 10. Down by 12, and we're going to lose this game. God damn it. All right. We end up losing by 11. Paul George had 21. Kawhi had a triple-double. It did not matter, though. We get eliminated. I can't believe we ended up as the 8th seed. Not at least like the 5th seed in the Western Conference. This is going to be a tough rebuild today. You have the Lakers and Cavs in the finals. LeBron against his former team, his hometown team, loses to them. Wow. So, yeah, the Lakers end up as a playing tournament team in the finals. Why couldn't that be us? Chris Paul retires. Okay. So does Nick Batum. Greg Popovich retires as well. Do we have a first-round pick in this draft? I believe the Rockets do get it at 18. I think the Rockets can do some type of swap with the Clippers and the Bucks in this upcoming draft. In 2K, they just have picks 18 and 28. So we'll see who the Rockets take at 18 with our pick. Definitely going to keep Ty Lue as our head coach. And normally I would just go into the Terrence Mann, Bones Highland backcourt, or at least the point guard depth, but this is the Russell Westbrook Clippers rebuild. So like Kevin Love with the Miami Heat, I do want to keep Russ. It might be tough to do, but yeah, this can now make us explore a Terrence Mann trade, since like I said, we already have Bones Highland. I'm perfectly fine with Russ coming off the bench, but I would like to get a first round pick in this draft for Terrence Mann. So the Magic do have pick 17 from the Bulls. They ended up making the playoffs, Chicago. So I'm going to see if I can get Caleb Houston and that pick for Terrence Mann. I would also give you pick 46 as well. I don't know if you'd be interested in a veteran like Robert Covington, but we could try that. He's an expiring deal, so I feel like this would make sense for them. But yeah, they get Terrence Mann, who could just be a backup point guard, because Suggs, maybe more of a 2. We'll see if they draft somebody. They just released RJ Hampton in real life. Fultz is going to be a free agent, and Cole, we'll see if they're going to pay him as well. They might even say no to this trade. They do. I don't know if I would give you... I guess I would give you Amir Coffee as well. Does that make you say yes? It does. Okay, so that's all that needed to get thrown in. That's fine with me. So now we have the 17th pick in the draft. I don't think Caleb Houston is really going to be too big of our future. He could be somebody that maybe plays 10th man minutes or 11th man minutes or gets in if somebody gets hurt. But for now, he's more of a reserve piece. Wemby goes to Detroit to team up with Cade Cunningham. Scoot to Washington. Cam Whitmore 3 to Charlotte. I haven't really said anything about the whole Brandon Miller situation. I don't want to really say anything until we know what's officially going on with all that legal trouble and what happened at Alabama and like the sad thing that happened at the beginning of the season, and if he's involved, how that's going to affect his season, because I don't know all the facts at all, so I'm not really going to touch on that subject. But I probably will not be drafting him in any of these rebuilds going forward until we know. So there was a trade. The Knicks traded the 11th overall pick for John Collins. Okay, so we are on the board. A couple players that went before our pick: Cason Wallace, Terquavion Smith, Chris Murray, Derek Lively, and we are up. Yep. Sorry that's some of the names. It's definitely like the most accurate draft class, so where some of these guys are going, and at least a decent amount of prospects. But yeah, there is some good talent here. All right, you have Jarace Walker. who I don't think would fall to 17. I love Taylor Hendricks out of UCF. I really like him. He's one of the more underrated prospects. He's probably becoming normally rated because everybody's calling him underrated. I think he's more of a 4, even a small ball 5. And yeah, we have Highland and Russ, so I don't really want to take Anthony Black. Grady Dick is probably a good pick here, but I'm going to go with Taylor Hendricks because I haven't really drafted him out of UCF. I'm happy with that. I'm going to change his last name because it doesn't end in an X. It's a CKS. And the Rockets traded that 18th overall pick to get back Clint Capella. Sometimes I forget that he was a Rocket. So Taylor Hendricks is a 73 overall. Not the best. We're picking up the team option on Bones Highland. I would be tempted on Eric Gordon just because we're not going to have cap space and I could maybe leverage that into a different trade. But you know what? I think I'm going to decline it. Musa as well. Preston and Boston, I'm going to pick up, though. So, yeah, Eric Gordon, already a free agent. Okay, so do we have bird rights on Russell Westbrook? Okay, of course we don't now. I might have to acquire Russell Westbrook in a trade, so now I kind of wish I picked up that Eric Gordon contract. He wants $24 million. I can give him 10. So I'm going to find a way to get Russell Westbrook back on the team, though. It'd have to be some, like, unrealistic thing I have to do. I'm going to offer Eric Gordon about $4.5 million. Let's get him back. We also need some big man depth, so I'm going to get Chimezi Metu. I'm going to give him about $6.25 million over 2 years, but a team option on that second year. So he's going to be the backup center to the Zubats. Is Russ actually going to get a real deal? Yeah, so it's about $10 million is his number 1 deal. We'll see if he's available on like the last day of free agency. So it's day 10 already. If I were to offer Russ a 1-year deal, it's getting close to that. I don't want him to take a deal right now because if I can get him back on that, that'd be pretty sweet. 10.85 mil, like I can give you 10.9. I would even give you a no trade clause, Russ. How do you decline that offer? So we'll go back to it on the last day. He takes another deal over me. Like what? Russ, take this deal, please. Would you take a multiple deal? Okay, you don't even want to do multiple years. Even if I did a player option, I guess not. So we'll just do a 1-year deal. Hopefully that allows me to have bird rights on you. I can't offer you any more money. And we get Russell Westbrook back. Sweet. I even have to make like a weird trade. I'm going to get also a third center. It's going to be Serge Ibaka. No, he's a former Clipper, right? Yeah, he spent about a year and a half. Whiteside. Sure, just as a third stringer. But here's our player progression. Norman Powell. Oh my god, he regresses. That's just not great. Oh my goodness. Kawhi regresses 2 overalls. Paul George just gets decimated, down 3. Powell down 3 as well. I'm surprised Russ didn't go down at all. Okay, this is not good. All right, so it's going to be Bones Highland, Paul George, Kawhi. I don't even know who starts at the 4 for us, man. Taylor Hendricks, why not? We're going to start the rookie. We also had to sign Juan Toscano. Just, I guess, some more big man depth. We're not going to play Hassan Whiteside minutes. That's going to go to, I think, Brandon Boston. I'd rather play him over Eric Gordon. It's going to be a 9-man rotation for now. Boston about 16, 20 to Metu, 24 to Powell, 26 to Russ. We're going to go 32 to Zubats. I'm going to do probably, 26 minutes to Hendricks. For the regular season, 33 to Kawhi and Paul George, and we'll do 2 more to Bones Highland. System proficiency, it's 3.5 star balanced. All right, so let's see. First game against the Lakers here this season, we end up losing by 15. Great. Kawhi with 19. Paul George with 12 points. This might be a rough season. Kawhi Leonard breaks his left ankle. He's out 6 to 8 weeks. That is brutal. We ended up winning 143 to 126, but this might be a long season. And we don't even have our first round pick as well, I think. All right, so we are currently 15 and 16. Yeah, we were like 10 and 6 at one point, but I don't have a lot of confidence in this team. Like I said, probably not sure what I should do. But this is what I had to do in my, like when I previously recorded this. I had to trade either Kawhi or Paul George. I kind of went like haywire with trades. And it was just madness in year 3 because I'm like, this team is going nowhere. It is honestly the toughest team to rebuild. Like maybe I do this for a franchise series, but maybe I don't. Because actually there's no part of me that wants to even touch this team after this Russell Westbrook rebuild. Like look at this. Can we not win on this day of the week at all? Oh my God. We just had 6 straight L's on that day of the week. That is just absurd. So we're 15 and 18. If we end up like more than 7 games under 500 at the All-Star break, or something close to that, 4 or 5 games under 500, I'll think about being a seller, which means me probably trading away. Oh, Metu Torres left MCL. That's just great. And he was having not a bad season either. So yeah, Whiteside's gonna get some minutes, but yeah, I'll probably look to trade. I don't know, maybe Paul George, maybe Kawhi Leonard, maybe Zubats. I think I would like to keep Taylor Hendricks. I think I want him to stop taking threes. If I do move him to small forward, does he go up at all? He actually doesn't change, so I'm going to move that. And I don't know. He's got a 75 three-point shot. That's not terrible. And we finally won on that day of the week after beating Charlotte by 17. Yeah, we're getting towards the All-Star draft, and we are 26-28. That's not good at all. Do we even have any All-Stars this season? Nope, we didn't. And I don't know, though. Like, I still have Kawhi. I still have Paul George. Do I just try to maybe be a buyer? I mean, Kawhi is not very good anymore at age 32. Paul George, not good either. He's not having a good season. Bones, we couldn't let him just kind of cook. Russ has been fine. Zubats has been really good. I think if I could find a Norman Powell trade, I should take it. And I'm going to make this trade with the Denver Nuggets. We're giving them Norman Powell, who's 4 years younger than Bogdanovic. And he's got another year of control, and he's making $2 million less. We are also swapping Caleb Houston and Malachi Flynn in this deal. So two good Western Conference teams are making a deal. I'm basically just going to give those 24 minutes to Bojan. And I'm hoping Bojan fits this team well because he is not getting better. He's 34 years old, so I don't know how many years he's going to have left for us. Hassan Whiteside's kind of been a beast in the few games he's played for us, but Metu is back, so he's going to get less minutes. Let's see at the contract extension deadline what we want to do. We are 29-31. We can bring back Kawhi. I don't think I should touch that at all. Bogdanovic, no extension there. Boston and Preston want to hit free agency, and so does Paul George, who can opt out this offseason and be a free agent. I think if he opts in, I should definitely look to see what I can get for him. If he opts out, I don't know. And Bones Highland, one of our best players, is out 6 to 8 weeks with an ankle sprain. Oh, that just kills me, man. That just kills me. We're going to have to let Russ cook as our starting point guard. And we have won 4 of our last 5, then follows by a 2-game losing streak. I don't know. I just feel like we're a 500 team at this point, which kind of sucks. Jason Preston in Bones Highland's absence shot 42 from 3. That's really good. Let's see if we can finish the season strong. We are 36-36, and then after I say that, we lose to the Kings, then we lose to the Thunder and the Pistons. Oh boy. All right, we go on a 4-game losing streak. Make that a 5-game losing streak as I say that. Okay, Paul George gets hurt. All right, this season sucks. We end up going 40-42. Trae Young is your MVP. Wemby is your Rookie of the Year. Simmons is your Sixth Man of the Year. You know how I said Bones Highland's better in 2K than he is in real life? Like, Ben Simmons is the epitome of that. Paul George is on all defensive first team. Maybe since he got hurt, he's going to be more inclined to opt in. Well, I hate that he got hurt because we still have a shot in the play-in tournament as the 9th seed. It's just like, what direction do I want to go in with this team? Because it's just so old. Like, we got a 33, 32, 34, 35-year-old at the top. Hendricks was a pretty good rookie, though. So let's see what this team can do in the playoffs. I'm going to let 2K kind of do their thing. Can we beat Dallas? Yes, we can. So we have a Battle of LA once again in the second game of the play-in tournament. Kawhi, 24 points. Bogdanovic, 20 points in 21 minutes. Russ, 18-9. Okay, now we're taking on the Lakers. Can we beat them and go to the playoffs for the first time in this video? No. Yeah, no, we went last year, duh. But that we're not going back this year. Oh my goodness, we get blown out. We salvaged a little bit to make it better in the second half, but we end up losing by 20 points, 128-108. That sucks. So for the second straight season, we do not win at all. There's a very high chance I blow up this team in the offseason. You have the Pistons versus the Nuggets in the finals. Cade versus Jokic. Who is going to win? And it's going to be the Detroit Pistons with Victor Wembanyama. They sweep the Nuggets. That's kind of crazy. So yeah, you had Norman Powell go to the finals. LeBron retires. So does Iggy Conway. There goes Eric Gordon. LeBron's obviously going to the Hall of Fame. So draft lottery time. I believe the Rockets will be getting our first round pick once again. Spurs get the second and the third picks. That is kind of crazy. And no, the Thunder have our pick. That's what I meant, not the Rockets. They have it at 14. All right, we're going to be making this trade with the Dallas Mavericks. We're going to be giving them Bojan Bogdanovic, and we're going to be bringing in Daniel Gafford, who's going to be either our starting center or backup center next year. We do have to give them a 2024 Pacers second round pick. But that's fine with me. So the number 1 pick was Owen Ewing, son of Patrick Ewing, possibly. He's a power forward. Dude's a beast. Let's see who the Thunder took with our pick at 14. Yuri Kasparov. Looks all right. Nothing crazy. We did get Kenneth Wolf with the 42nd pick, 73 overall, same as Hendricks from last year. So Kawhi and Paul George opt out. That is just not what I wanted at all. We're going to pick up the team option on Tumezi Metu. We'll have a good, like, string of centers. Preston and Boston will get the qualifying offers. And, like, what else am I going to do? Kawhi somehow has 9 offers. Are any of them legit? Yeah, the Pistons, who just won it all, are trying to sign him. All right, get out of here. So, do we have cap space? We do. We actually have, like, 900. Oh, my God. We actually have 90 million. Do I just say, screw it? So do I have bird rights on Russ? I do not. How much is he asking for? Because I do want to bring back Russ at one point. Still wants 22 mil? Okay, I'll definitely make it to the last day. So, you know what? It's probably smart to use this 85 million elsewhere. We have a point guard, we have 3 centers, and we have a power forward that we can play. Even a backup shooting guard. I mean, Siakam would be a great pickup, but he's probably going to go back to the Raptors. I'm going to offer him a deal. We'll see if he wants to take it to come to the Clippers. I don't think I really want to go after Middleton or DeRozan. Like, I don't want to bring back Kawhi. I'd rather bring back Paul George and somebody else. I will offer Jaylen Brown a deal if he wants to be a Clipper. I'm tempted on Kyrie Irving as well, and we just have Kyrie Irving and Paul George on this team. We could go after DeJounte Murray as well. I would not mind waiting to see if, like, Halliburton or Edwards makes it past the moratorium. So, I'm going to wait a day. If Kawhi signs, he signs. We get Siakam and Brown. Oh, my God. I have to do that. They're younger. They're probably better than Paul George and Kawhi. So, yeah, let's do that. Do I have to renounce the rights on Russell Westbrook to get this deal done? I do, which is fine. So, yeah, we're going to sign Pascal Siakam and Jaylen Brown. We are completely changing up this duo of this team, and we're going to be so much better next year. 1,000%. I am so happy. And, oh, my God. Wait, no, this is moratorium. I'm like, I could still sign Paul George? No way. Will it let me sign him? Okay, we're going to do that. 2K, I'm going to do this. I'm not giving him a no-trade clause unless he has, like, a better offer now. Okay, I'm going to give him this. I'm giving him a 2-year deal. We're getting Paul George back. Let's go. I am shocked Kawhi actually did sign $38 million with the Pistons. That's wild. Let's just monitor Paul George because I have something really good here. I don't want to mess it up. And boom, Paul George back on a 2-year deal. So the most I can give Russ is 6.93 mil, which is kind of ass. So yeah, it's day 10 and Russ has not signed. He would go down to 17 million. I don't think I'm going to be able to get Russ, which kind of sucks. So let's just keep doing this here. Let me just go to day 12. So it's the last day of free agency. What can I offer Russ? I can give him 6.93 mil. Does the no trade clause get it done, please? He's insulted. Are you kidding me, Russ? Whatever. So we have about 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 guys, but we should have a little bit of money to go after somebody in free agency. And I'm going to do what I can to get Russ back. Man, Cole Anthony's here. There's some talent. So Russ, he is no longer interested. Okay, what about if I went to Player Finder? And, like, Jaylen Brown is going to be so much better for this team than Kawhi Leonard was. Trust me. So if I went to sign Russ, 6.93 mil. All right, we'll give it a week. So it's going to be Highland, George, Brown. We should probably do it like that. Siakam, Zubats with Gafford, Metu, Hendricks, and Wolf off the bench. We also have signed Kemba Walker. Sure, he can get like 9 minutes for the regular season. I'm just praying that there's no major injuries. Paul George's shot tendency, we are going to drop to like an 80. He's going to be the third option because it's going to be the Jaylen Brown and Pascal Siakam show. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to monitor the Russ situation. I hope I can get him back fairly quickly. Oh, he actually got picked up. Damn. He signed with the Pelicans for $1 million. Okay, I could definitely get him back. Why is he still 3 stars? That is just wild to me. If I did a Mere Coffee and 2 first-round picks to get back Russ, that's wild. And Kemba Walker, sure. Like, what? And he's going to get 21 minutes for us off the bench. We are killing it now. We are 31-13. Yeah, maybe the best thing for us was Paul George and Kawhi Leonard opting out. Because then that cleared up 2 max spots. We got Jaylen Brown and Pascal Siakam to join us in LA. And we were able to bring back Paul George too, which was sick. I wonder if I was going to be able to bring back Kawhi as well if he didn't sign with Detroit. So we have Jaylen Brown as an all-star starter. Let's go. The dude is having just an incredible season as the #1 option for the Clippers. 27.5 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 57, 42, 82 splits. Also, shout out to Pascal Siakam making the all-star game as well with 17 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. Kawhi made it. Okay. Why does he suck for me then? I'm also not making any trades. I can't believe I just gave up multiple firsts for Russell Westbrook, but it had to be done. He's the title and thumbnail of this video. We're 29 games above 500. Just beat the Warriors by 1. Let's go. Contract extension deadline. I do want to see if we want to bring back anybody right now. Zubats, yep, we can give him a 3-year deal. Let's lock him up. I'm just praying that we don't have any injuries when the playoffs come. Siakam's back from his 1 to 2 week hiatus. But I feel like this team is just so balanced offensively, defensively. We have like so many good centers too, or at least I think solid centers. And Daniel Gafford, in Ivica Zubac, Chimezie Metu, even Pascal Siakam can play the 5 spot. Okay, we're having a couple day-to-day injuries. Can nobody get hurt, please? We are so close to the end of the 2025 regular season. We have about a few weeks to go. Siakam, 1 to 2 weeks, he can't play through it. He should be back by playoff time now. And let's go. We finished the season with no more injuries. LaMelo is your MVP. Malcolm Forbes, not Owen Ewing, 23-year-old who was the 13th pick, is your Rookie of the Year. Gregory Jackson, 6th Man of the Year in San Antonio. Robert Williams gets DPOY. LaMelo, Most Improved. And Silas gets Coach of the Year. What? How does Ty Lue not get it? No Jaylen Brown on an All-NBA team is a snub as well. And we are the 2 seed in the Western Conference. So the Houston Rockets are apparently just as good as us. We go 59-23. They go 61-21. They've added Michael Porter Jr., Clint Capella, Spencer Dinwiddie to their team. Is Şengün hurt right now? Ooh, Jabari Smith is, though. I don't think Şengün's on the team. They do have Amani Bates listed as Emmett Bates. Here are our stats from this past regular season. Jaylen Brown, he's him. George was solid. He was actually probably better this year than he was last year. The true shooting went up 3%. Points, you had Siakam with 18 and 8. There's Bones Highland. Russ, that's fine with me. Just shoot 48% from the field and give me some rebounds and assists. For the playoffs, I think Taylor Hendricks might drop a little bit, probably down to like 15 minutes a night. Russ can stay there. Metu down to 18. I think Gafford could stay there as well. Same with Zubac. I'm going to go 34 to Siakam. 33 to Paul George. Sure, we'll do that. 37 to Jaylen Brown. We'll do 30 to Bones Highland. So we're taking on the Utah Jazz, who have Sexton, Ochai Agbaji, Markkanen, Kuzma, Kessler. I'm excited to do their rebuild post-deadline as well. They might be the team I want to do a franchise series with next, actually, because I know you guys have been asking that. We end up blowing them out in Game 1. Paul George had 42 points. He owned them in the 2021 playoffs where Kawhi got hurt and they still advanced. We're up 3-0 on them, and we end up gentlemen sweeping them. Okay, kind of upset we didn't just full-on sweep them. Now we're taking on the OKC Thunder in round 2, so Paul George can get revenge on his former team. They have DeAndre Ayton. Oh my god, that team is sick. Maybe they're the team that I want to do a franchise series with next. We end up winning Game 1 by 12. Bones Highland with 33 points. Can we beat them in Game 2? Let's go. I also didn't even mention the Bones Highland Revenge series when we played the Nuggets in year 1. We're up 3-0 on the Thunder, and we end up sweeping them. Now we have the 2 best teams in the Western Conference. Jabari Smith is healthy again. You have Cleveland, Philly over there. Game 1 against Houston. We end up winning. Let's go by 25 points. Paul George is going off in the playoffs. Where was this at all last year? Game 2, we lost. Okay. Yeah, definitely going to be our toughest matchup yet. They beat us by 3. Tari Eason is just a scoring machine for Houston. Haven't really seen this yet. We take a 2-1 lead, beat them by 4. Oh my goodness. Can we go up 3-1? Yes, we can. Let's go. We lost Game 2 by just a few points, but now we have a chance to win in 5. Just kidding, win in 6. Yes, we can. We don't blow a 3-1 lead. In Game 5, we ended up losing by 9, but here we are in the NBA Finals going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. I was hoping it was the Sixers. Paul George has maybe been our best player in the playoffs so far. He just won Western Conference Finals MVP. Zubac is shooting 70% from the field. Wow. Here we go. Cavs Clippers in the NBA Finals. The Clippers win Game 1. This is the Ty Lue series. I didn't even realize that. We beat them by 1 point. Gotta win the close ones. Paul George, sore left ankle. Is that going to change this series? We lose by 3 in overtime. Oh man, this is going to be a good series. Game 3, Paul George is back. We drop it though by 3 points in overtime. Are you kidding me? We lose Game 2 by 3 in overtime and Game 3 by 3 in overtime. Don't go down 3-1. Oh my god, Gafford breaks his thigh. He broke his thigh, and he's out for the season. Okay, so this is going to bump up Zubac to 30 minutes a night. Metu, who's been good for us. I think he's actually been an underrated signing. I know he's not been the most efficient guy. He's going to go up to 24 minutes. And then who am I going to give 13 minutes a night to? Kenneth Wolf, the rookie. Because, like, Armani Brooks was asked for us. So is Abdel Nader. Daniel House as well. I mean, House, yeah, I don't trust him. Definitely don't trust Nader. Game 4, it's a must win. And we lose it. Oh my god, by 10 points. Okay. So now, without Gafford, our maybe best bench player, we have to come back down 3-1 against Cleveland. I wish I got Philly, man. I really do wish I got Philly. We're down by 10. Oh, and the LA Clippers lose the 2025 NBA Finals, and Darius Garland is your Finals MVP. So originally, I planned for the video to end there, but I was just sitting there at my desk job today being like, yeah, I can't wait to upload this Russell Westbrook Clippers rebuild, but damn would it have felt good to win a championship. So I just got home from work. I'm still going to try to get this video up for you guys, so this could be, or feel a little bit different than the first part of the video. This will be a small second part, and yeah, we're going to try to do one more year. I'm going to try to win a championship with the Clippers. No, okay, for this scenario, I'm overriding Russell Westbrook's retirement. He retires at 36 years old, 17 years in the NBA. No, Russ, you're not retiring just yet. So he definitely would have went to the Hall of Fame, but we just have, who went to the Hall of Fame? Melo, a little bit later than you think he would go. We have just no picks throughout this video. The Pelicans have our pick at 28. The Wizards won the lottery. So is Tyrone's contract up? I feel like it is. Yeah, we're definitely going to bring him back. Or Clippers fans, do you miss Doc Rivers? I can bring him back. Just kidding. So Gafford, unfortunately, he got hurt, which is fine. Brown and Siakam, like, I'm not going to move anybody right here. If we wanted to maybe upgrade Zubats at the 5, but yeah, I don't think I'm going to make any moves right now. We didn't have any draft picks. I'm going to pick up the team option on Taylor Hendricks and Kenneth Wolf. So I might as well because we don't have any cap space. Qualifying offers, Bones Highland can get it. Darion Sebron and Amani Brooks, I don't really care for at this moment. So do we have bird rights on Russell Westbrook? Nope, I just never had bird rights on him at all throughout this video, which sucks because I've had like 3 different iterations of him. And he's still asking for $20 million. Well, you're welcome, Russ. I was able to get you paid an extra $20 million. You were going to retire with all that money left on the table. So okay, can my computer chill? Like, I'm trying to get Russell Westbrook back. We're going to get Bones Highland back on a probably fairly big deal. Let's give him, how does he want possibly less than Russell Westbrook? He's like 10 years younger. So let's sign Bones. I would like to bring back Chimezie Metu, but we really just don't have much cap at all. Terrence Mann, a familiar face we could bring back. Can I really not afford Metu? It's a shame. Jericho Sims with one of the best dunk contest dunks of all time. We could bring him into LA. Yeah, that dunk wasn't awkward at all. It didn't make me embarrassed to be a Knicks fan. So let's go through most of these days. Let's go to day 11. Is Russ still here? He is. Somehow wants $18 million. I can only give him the minimum. So we'll see if he'd be interested in that deal on the last day. Is there anybody else I kind of want you to just take the minimum for me right now? Like Chris Duarte, I would offer you the minimum. Maybe $2 million a year. He's probably not going to take that minimum. Yeah, never mind. So I'm going to give Cody Martin a minimum contract. I also want to get another center as well. Jericho Sims, I don't think I can sign for the minimum, which kind of stinks. So who's the center below? Drew Eubanks we could pick up. I could probably get Mo Bamba for close to the minimum, honestly. Like, would he take that? I feel like he would. Yeah, so we're going to get Cody Martin and Mo Bamba. Last day of free agency. Can I get Russ, or am I going to have to do some type of trade for him? If he signs with a team for $1 million a year, that is fine with me. Yeah, he's not going to sign with us. So let's just give Terrence Mann a decent amount of money so we can end up using him in a Russell Westbrook trade. So welcome back, Terrence Mann. Jaylen Brown regresses. Doesn't really make a lot of sense. All right, so we have Bones, George, Brown, Siakam, Zubats. I think I could make a Bones trade come deadline time. I do want to see, okay, so first, let me go trade for Russ. So we signed with the Pelicans for about $2 million a year. Can we get a deal done perfect? Josh Jackson and a first-round pick. So I don't even have to move Terrence Mann. I'm just mortgaging my future each year just to get Russell Westbrook on the team. So let's figure out this rotation. Cody Martin, you're not going to be in it. Terrence Mann, you're probably not going to be in it as well, but you could be a nice trade candidate come deadline time. Russ, you're going to get about 20 minutes a night. We could do probably about 17 to Taylor Hendricks. You know, he's somebody I'd like to develop one day. He got off to a pretty poor start. Mo Bamba, you can get about 17 minutes. You don't really have a wing off the bench. Gafford, 23 is fine. Zubats, 27. Siakam, 33. Brown, 35. Paul George, 33. And we can do about 31 to Highland. And let's do one more to George, Siakam, and then I don't know, 35 to Siakam, 36 to Brown. Let's roll with that. So what's the trade deadline? And we are 24 games above 500. We have a 6-game lead over the OKC Thunder for the 2 seed in the West right now. If we take a look at the player stats, Jaylen Brown's still the #1 guy. Oh my God, Bones is saving himself. I thought I was going to move Bones at this deadline just to upgrade a point guard, but he's been so good. There'd be no reason to trade him. Yeah, we've had some injuries this year, but like fairly, like, you know, we've been okay. Yeah, so I think I'm not going to make any moves. Is this stupid? I'm really going to ride and die. Like, this is going to be my last year. But you know what I might do? Just to get, like, a solid wing off the bench, could I move Taylor Hendricks and Terrence Mann for a wing? Because we already have a couple bigs off the bench as well, like with Gafford and Bamba. So I could use another wing. And that's going to be Josh Hart from the Orlando Magic. He'll provide some defense for us on the perimeter. All right, so we're ending the season off to like a really like poor ending. Damn, we had a 5-game losing streak there, but I think we're the 1 seed in the Western Conference, which is pretty hype. Anthony Black, most improved. I feel like I could have gotten him at one point in this video. I could have, I think, drafted him, but I ended up going with Taylor Hendricks there. So do we get any Clippers? No! Jaylen Brown on the All-NBA teams. Damn. And we finished as the 2 seed again. Are you kidding me? OKC really finished better than us. Ugh, by 4 games. Shout out to Bones Highland, man. 18 points, 6 assists. Wow, we had so many guys score over 4 assists. Brown, Highland, Siakam, George, Russ with 6.2 off the bench. Hart was at 3.9. So looking at this rotation, how do I want it to go? We're going to go 9-man. I think Bamba can get about 14 minutes a night. We're going to do, I think, 20 to Russ, 20 to Gafford. I honestly might do 22 to Josh Hart just to give the perimeter defender some minutes there. 29 to Zubats is fine. 35 to Siakam. 38 to Brown, 34 to George. Oh, just kidding. We're going to go 32 to Paul George, and then we're going to do 30 to Bones Highland. So we're taking on the Lakers in round 1. Please beat Davion Mitchell, Levine, Middleton. Oh my God, this team looks so much different. They have Anunoby. They actually have a fairly deep roster, and 2K does not like the Clippers in the sim. It does not matter, though. We pull off the sweep. So now we have the 6-seeded Utah Jazz here in round 2. Jaylen Brown went off in round 1. The Jazz currently have Sexton, Suggs, Markkanen, Owen Ewing. Yeah, that number 1 overall pick. Oh, man, he looks pretty good in his 2nd season. Can we beat them and go to the conference finals? Yes, we can. We end up beating them in 5. So here we are against the Dallas Mavericks in the conference finals, who have Luka Doncic and Franz Wagner. They have Draymond Green and Christian Wood. Can we beat them to go to the NBA Finals? Yes, we can. We are 12-1 in the playoffs. I mean, I was going to say where was this last year, but we did go to the finals last year. Shout out to Siakam being the Western Conference Finals MVP. We got the Pistons. So yeah, we got Pistons, Clippers here in the NBA Finals. Are we going to lose to another Central Division team? We lost game 1 by 2. Oh my God, yeah, they have Wemby. Oh, it's the Kawhi Revenge Series. This is it right here. If we can't beat them, we can't beat them. We win game 2 by 27, which is nice. Highland and Brown combined for, what was that, 56 points. We take a game 3 victory. Let's go. We end up winning by 11. Come on, go up 3-1. Yes. Let's freaking go, man. Oh, I would have been so nervous if we dropped that and go and went 2-2. Just don't blow a 3-1 lead. My God, we almost blow the 3-1 lead. Are you kidding me? We end up winning in 7. Thank God I just pressed simulate round, because my heart would have just sank if we weren't able to win that. And Jaylen Brown is your finals MVP. Of course, though, 2K had to do that to me. We ended up getting blown out in Game 5, lost by 2 in Game 6, and then we beat them by 15 in Game 7. Man, Bones Highland with a 24-9 performance. So yeah, I'm probably just going to throw in what the old outro was. So yeah, that was a fun one, though. I hope you guys did enjoy this. I think for Clippers rebuilds from now on, it's just like in that year 2 offseason, Paul George, Kawhi, please leave me so I can clear up that cap space. I gotta move Norman Powell. And then you go after Jaylen Brown, maybe. You go after Pascal Siakam, and it'll work. And I mean, if you can also bring back Paul George too, it's just the cherry on top. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the Russell Westbrook Clippers rebuild. Let me know, like, down below which team you want to see me rebuild next. I think I'm gonna have a poll in the community tab if you guys want to see like a Jazz or a Thunder rebuild next, because I think I want to do a team with a lot of picks, because in the Brooklyn Lakers and Heat rebuilds, we didn't really get a lot of picks because I kept KD and Kyrie in the Nets one. Also, make sure you check out the Just Ball newsletter in the description below. It's an email that informs you everything on the topic of the NBA to your inbox every day, Monday through Friday. You can also check out my NBA channel where I just talk about the NBA non-video game related. That's just Ross in the description below. You have the Triple Option NFL channel that just dropped with me and a couple buddies. And then you can also follow me on Twitter and TikTok in the description as well. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I love you guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.